so today I'm going to be doing something so freaking exciting. I am going to be doing my first impression of all of my new things, or most of my new things. Like, I've got a lot of new makeup stuff that I haven't tried out from the US and so on. You've probably seen it all in my US hauls. If you haven't seen them, I will link them down below. But I've got a lot of new makeup that I haven't tried out yet, so I'm gonna test them today and hopefully they're going to be good. So firstly, I'm gonna prime my face because I've got a hangover. Heard so many YouTubers talk about this one, and it comes with a pump. If we can get something out, I'll just show you the texture. Looks like that, so it's white, and I just try to get it on the face. It doesn't really smell like too much, which is nice. And it feels almost like a face cream actually, so it doesn't feel silicone-y. I like it. And then I'm going to be trying out my new Too Faced Born This Way foundation because
I'm beautiful in my way, and God makes no mistake. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
Oh my god, I just love how you can like mix everything into a song. But yeah, I'm gonna try this one. I've heard so many once again talk about this one. It is like overly hyped everywhere and people seem to love it. So hopefully I'm gonna love it as well. I've got it in the color Warm Nude. I'm just gonna shake it. I'm not sure if I have to, but better be safe than sorry. And it comes with a pump, as you can see, and the texture looks like that. So it's a bit runny, but not too runny. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to blend it into my skin. So here it is after one application, and I think it looks good. It looks very natural actually. It really looks like that I was just born with this kind of skin. It matches me pretty good with my neck and so on actually, so the color is right for me right now. But I'm gonna try to apply a second coat and see if it looks better or not, and if it can cover some more, because it is that time of the month. Too much information probably, but what can you do? I really think that it lives up to its name, Born This Way, because it really makes your skin look really natural, but still much better looking than if you hadn't got anything on your face. The finish is not, it is not dewy, but it's not matte either. I feel like it's somewhere in the middle. I'm just quickly setting it with my Mercier translucent setting powder because it's my favorite and I haven't really got any new setting powders. And if you guys ever have trouble with like creasing under eye area, then do this. Use a loose setting powder that is very, very fine and doesn't have too much color in it, and then use a beauty blender, like a damp beauty blender, to blend it under your eyes. Seriously, it will just make your makeup last the entire day and you won't have any creasing. And I'm also using it just around my nostrils because often I tend to cake up in there. And while I'm letting this do its matching, I think that I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. And since I haven't got any new brow products, I'm just going to use my trusty old friend from Bobbi Brown. It is the Perfectly Defined Long-Wear Brow Pencil in the color Blonde. So I just zoomed you in a tiny bit more so you can see what I'm gonna do with my eyeshadows. First of all, we're going to put a primer on because this is creasing like so much. So the foundation cannot be used as like a primer, definitely. Why do I speak like this? I think just to be a little bit like adventurous and try something new, because this is a first impression, I'm gonna try the Zoeva Eyeshadow Fix Longwear in the color Pearl. So it's got this milky white color. I'm just gonna use my Zoeva concealer buffer just to buff it onto my eyelids. This is only like a little sample size that I got when I bought the some brushes from Zoeva. Maybe I would buy the full one, the full size one. I'm not sure. I've got so many eye primers, but not many that I actually really like. So I need to find some new ones that are really good. Let me know if you know an eye primer that is like on point. Then, just because I feel like it, I'm gonna use my Decay Naked Smoky palette. However, I'm not going to do a smoky eye today. I'm just going to use some of those very basic colors in this one just to create a very basic, simple eye makeup look. If you want to see a more smoky makeup look with this palette, let me know because I would like to do it. But for now, I just want to try out some of the colors and see if they're good. I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown Eye Sweep brush and I'm going to use this color out here. It's called 13. And then I'm going to use that all over my eyelid. So the color goes on pretty nicely actually. It's a really nice all over the lid color. It does highlight a teeny tiny bit, but that doesn't bother me. And now I'm going to use the color called Combust, the one right next to 13. And this one is also matte. And I'm just going to use that in my crease. And for that I'm using my Buff and Blend E39 from Sigma. Nice transition crease color. Actually, it is very standard and it is not too visible either. I'm just quickly gonna remove all of the excess powder under my eyes because it starts to look a bit cray-cray. Oh, I just really want to try the color called Dagger. It's just so pretty. I think I'm going to apply a teeny tiny bit of that in my crease just to make it a bit more noticeable and a bit more blue, but I don't want it to be too blue because I don't feel blue, but I just can't help myself. I just want to try out all of the colors. And I'm just going to apply like the tiniest amount in the outer corner of my crease. As you know, with most of Urban Decay's eyeshadows, they are very pigmented, but also very blendable. And the same goes with this palette. I think it's great and I love the colors so much. And I'm gonna take the color called Hide, that one there, the shimmery one at the end, and I'm gonna apply that in the inner corners just to create a really nice highlight. Hope it's going to give as much as I think it will. It is shimmery. I'm just gonna try to wet my brush with some MAC Fix Plus. It is better, but still not as intense as I really wanted it to be. The last thing that I'm going to do with this palette is I'm going to use the color called Black Market. It is just a black matte color. And I'm going to use that just a tight line right here because I don't want to do any wing liners today. And if you don't know what tight lining is, then I'm just going as close to my lashes with the black color as possible, and then I'm just drawing a line as if I'm doing an eyeliner. And it just gives a really nice effect once you apply a mascara. So I think that's the eyeshadows done. I really like this palette so much. I think it is a great palette. However, there's one thing that I would like to say actually, because I feel like it's been a bit difficult to blend. And I think actually it's because of this eyeshadow primer. In my mind, it just hasn't done anything really that great. It hasn't really made it easier to blend my eyeshadows or anything like that. I just feel like that my eyeshadows, they just stuck to my skin and they were really difficult to blend. So the blending is not the best if you ask me, but I think the finished result is really nice. Actually, I'm just gonna take that color called Password. It is kind of like a grey toned matte color, and I'm using that under my eyes just to, I don't know, pull the look together. Okay, moving on. We are going to apply some mascara. I'm gonna use the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Grow Lash Complex Plus Vibers Mascara. That was a long name. I bought this a while ago. I didn't buy it in the US, but I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm excited. Normally, if I must be honest, I haven't really been that keen on Rimmel's mascaras, unfortunately. I tried that Arcano mascara from them and I just absolutely hated it. I didn't think that it did anything nice to the lashes at all. So I really hope this one is going to be better. I'm just gonna curl my lashes quickly with my Uemura eyelash color. And before actually applying the mascara, let's just have a look at the wand. Plastic wand. It looks kind of dry actually. Exciting, let's see how it goes. Honestly, I feel like that makes my eyelashes look like dull eyelashes. It looks really crazy. I like that it separates my lashes pretty nicely, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll try to apply a second coat and see if I like it better after 2 coats. How do I feel about this mascara? I don't feel like that it's going to be my favorite, definitely. I felt like that it was very dry to apply, and maybe I've just been unlucky and I've gotten like an old one. But I don't know, I just felt like it was very dry to apply, and yeah, not my favorite. I don't feel like it's a curly mascara at all. So I don't know. And it's a bit tacky still, so it takes a while to dry actually. I'm not sure. I just zoomed you out a tiny bit. I think I'm gonna be using my new Lorac Pro contour palette because there are some really nice shades in here, as you can see. I think I'm going to go for the light contour shade just to try to warm it up, and maybe I'm going to go for the medium one as well, the big one. We'll have to wait and see. And I'm just using my NARS Eater brush. Wow, that is pigmented. That is freaking pigmented. You need the tiniest amount. Oh gosh, can I say this? Remember this is really pigmented. You don't have to go crazy. This is a pigmented little guy. Okay, so we can agree that it's a very like pigmented contour palette, definitely, but I actually think it's very easy to like work into the skin and blend, so that's nice. I think it looks really good. It's a very nice color. The light shade there is perfect for me, so I don't think that I'm going to use a medium contour shade. I'm just going to use it around here on my temples. Let's try to contour the nose as well. So I think I'm going to use that shimmery highlighter right there because I think it's pretty. Let's just see how it looks. It is so freaking pigmented. You need like the tiniest amount. It's just like their eyeshadows. But it's very easy to go overboard. So remember, a little goes a long way when you're using Lorac products. Yes! I love it so much, and I don't even feel like wearing a blush actually. I just like it how it is right now. So I'm gonna move on to my lips, and I am really excited about this because I'm gonna use the Kat Von D, what's it called? Everlasting liquid lipstick in the color Requiem. I have no idea how to describe this color, but I think it's going to look so good with this entire look. I'm really like scared actually because whenever I've tried to swatch these, they just stick on, so you have to like do it perfectly the first time because else you're screwed. So just for some damage control, I'm gonna use a lip liner. This is from MAC and it's called Subculture. You've seen me use this one so much before, but I just feel like I have to make double sure that I don't do any messy thing with this one. So I've just quickly outlined my lips and it looks like a 90s lip right now. So I'm gonna apply the Kat Von D liquid lipstick now. Exciting. Wow, that color though. It's actually very smooth. Whoa, that color is intense. Not sure if I actually like it. It is very, I don't know. It is freaking difficult to wear, that's for sure. but damn, it dries in so freaking quickly. You can just feel how it's just going to stick the entire day. And it's not tacky or anything like that. It's actually prettier once it's dried in, actually, now that I see it. But just when I applied it, I was just like, ugh. I actually like the color. It's a bit more deep and dark, so that's nice. But actually, it was very easy to apply. I was so scared that it was going to be so difficult to apply because of the doe foot applicator, but it was actually really easy. So I like that. This is good. This is really good. The color, I'm still a bit like, I have to think about it. It was totally liquid before, and now it's totally matte. That's weird. It's so weird. It feels really, really weird. And the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set my makeup with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. Why are the names always so freaking long? And this is obviously just going to prolong my wear of my makeup, hopefully. So I'm just going to spray it. Nice. Here's the finished makeup result, and I actually have come to really like it. Like, all together, I think it's so nice. It is much more cool toned, definitely, both thanks to the eyeshadow and the lips and so on, and also the contour shades. It is very different from any other makeup looks that I've ever done, and it is probably not something that I would ever think about doing like on an everyday basis, but I actually really have come to like the finished result. And when talking about all of the new products, I must say most of them have been really, really good, and I'm so satisfied with them. I would say there were 3 products I was a bit like, about. The first one was obviously the mascara. The lipstick, I really liked the texture and the formula, but the lip color I was a bit unsure of, so I have to think about that one. I think for this look, it looks really nice, but I must say I'm kind of like thinking, when will I ever wear this shade, because it's very out there. And the last thing that I wasn't really too keen on was actually the eyeshadow primer from Zoeva. It was only in a little sample size, so it's fine with me. I haven't spent money on it, but still, I don't think it's worth the money. I don't think that it's done a nice job, because my eyeshadows, they are not as blended as I would like them to be, so that kind of annoys me, but I still think that altogether it looks really, really nice. All in all, I'm really, really satisfied. I think the look is cool. I really hope that you like it as well. And if you like this video and found it inspirational, helpful in any way, thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you want to see more videos from me. And I speak so quickly. Thank you for watching. Have the most amazing day. Let me know what you think, and if there's any video requests, let me know down below. And thanks for watching. Bye!